Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how I swing trade USDJPY using volume profile as part of my technical analysis. And we're going to be picking up from the video that we did not too long ago, which was around, say, 6 days ago that we did this video. So we're going to pick up from that and then expand upon what else we can see, especially as market does what market is doing. So with that all said and done, let's get straight into it. During the recording itself, price was on its way up, right? It was on its way up. It was going straight back into this low value node area. And then after that, around midday on that Wednesday, price began to collapse on itself. So I'll take back the information I've said here because that made no sense. I mean, of the last video that I did, yes, it does make sense, but in context as to what happened after, it makes no sense, right? So rather than focus on this FVG area, okay, once price left this zone over here, once price left this zone over here, which was the close under the low value node area of 145.258, okay, it was at that point you could have considered taking your sales, right? And bearing in mind that what could have happened would have been it went all the way down to this through this low value node area here, went all the way down to this low value node area, okay, and then the idea was it was going to continue on this journey downwards, but at the same time, okay, you had to be of the mindset that it could pull up. So as price was pulling back up again, this is where you should have identified this structure right here. Okay, this ascending channel. Now this ascending channel doesn't always, but in most cases likes to break downwards. So at whichever point in the days, right, so between Thursday and Friday that this channel showed itself up, okay, you could have been of the mindset of, okay, you could want to hold your currency pairs over the weekend into this week, right? Or what you could have done was, depending if you got in at this level or not, you could have said, you know what, I'll get in, I will lock in the top side of the FVG area. So this is the area that we had drawn out, the FVG area right here. So you would have come down to about this level right here, and you would have said, this is where you're going to bring a trailing stop. So you would have put your trailing stop up here. So that will be 145.225 after seeing this move over here. Okay. Now Monday arrives, things go your way, market begins to collapse. Now you're good. So first things first, the decision that you made in this location on the Wednesday after price went all the way up, then came down on the Thursday. If you had got in here and you didn't have a TP set down here somewhere, okay, but you had your TP say down here, okay, chances are you're still in this position right now. Chances are you're still in it, and providing you didn't close your position over the weekend. Now I never recommend holding positions over the weekend, right? I never recommend that, but however, you could have done that, or even better yet, you could have been like, okay, you've hopped in, price has come all the way down, it's pushed all the way back up again, you're still relatively profitable on the Friday night, say about 9:30. So you come out of your trade entirely, You wait until Sunday night at 11, depending on where you are. So I always speak in reference to UK time. So for me, it's 11 when market opens. 11:30, 11:15, 11:30. Roughly, you jump in. I'm never really that focused on time because I don't really like to place trades in the evening like that. But that's something that you could do, right? You could do. So say on the Sunday night at say 11:30, okay, you then decide to jump back into the market with your sell, right? Because you're selling. You jump back in, you cover, your stop covers this location up here. You would have done all this right now. You'd have done all this. And now price is now moving up. So you now got to decide if you're going to stay in the game or if you're going to be coming out of the game, right? Also as well, in saying that, we have some key moves that's happening right now that we want to be mindful of. So remember, I keep banging on about the high value area of the volume profile, okay? Well, price is squarely inside of this zone area right now. So price is definitely inside of it. And where price is leaving from, so where price is taking off from, is in fact this area right here, which is a low value node area, but very close to the low side boundary of the high value area. So this is where price is just moving away from now, right? Price is moving away from this area right now. So we know that price always wants to head back to point of control, and once it gets to point of control, it might attempt to make its way up to this low value node area on the high side of the high value area, or the boundary of the high value area, top side. So because we know price always wants to go up to that location, we could target that location with a TP if you really wanted to, right? So in my opinion, I would say this: as it stands, it looks like price is pushing up. If you're in with a sell, you might want to think about getting out of there, right? That's just something that you might want to think about. I'm not telling you what to do. If you're in a sell, right, especially you took the sell from Monday, you might want to consider getting out of your position. Why do I say that? Because of A, price has come to this location. Oops. Price has come to this location. Price has come to this location and it's now moving away. So that's it right here. It's now moving away, and this is a low value area. This is a low value node on the low side of the high value area, and it's very close to the boundary. Okay, so price moving away from this location, to me, is a legit sign for me to start thinking about taking longs to the upside. All right, so let's look at it from another point of view. So we have another low value node area right here, okay, and let's see how price has responded to this location. So if I draw a little box in here like so, what we will find is the price has blasted through so price has bounced off this low value node area, blasted through the second low value node area, come back for a retest, and is now on its way to the upside. Okay, this location, if you ever spot this location on your chart with the volume profile, okay, in a lot of the times it is a solid signal that things are turning around. In my opinion, it is a solid signal, right? Obviously it's the markets. Sometimes news will send things around the place, but bottom line is, you see this move, it basically means it's going off in the other direction. It's doing what it's going to do, which is long positions. So in my opinion, that is what I'll be looking for. Okay, now we do have a low value node in this area right here. Okay, so price could reject itself off that level and come back down again. So you could go here, reject and come down. You have to bear that in mind. But just know this, price right now is attracted to this level. And that is the point of control. And that level that we're talking about is 144.769. Now, once it gets to that level, it can decide to come back down again, or we can continue on this journey to the upside, at which point, if it blasts through this strong low value node area, because technically we have two in one. We have a deeper one, and then we have a larger one. But this area is quite strong, okay? So if it blasts through this area, and it makes it through this low value node, and it finds itself up here, from this location, you start thinking about sales. And as soon as it gives you the signal, like it's done so down here, that is turning around, you then turn yourself around. So with that said and done, guys, I hope you find this video useful. If you did, do all the cool things you're supposed to, and I will see you all on the next one.